Welcome back to Tech Talks with Shlok everyone, and in this video I will be talking about the Realme Narzo 10 as well as the Narzo 10A. So my blog on the Realme Narzo 10 as well as the Narzo 10A has already been uploaded on the my blog, which is thetechmate.in. You can access that, and I'll be linking my blog down there so you can check it out, because over there I provided an in-depth analysis on why the Realme Narzo 10 and the 10A isn't that good. So that's the premise of this video also, that what went wrong with the Realme Narzo 10 as well as the 10A, and my short message to Realme, followed by in the end a message, or not a message, as in a question from my good friend, and he is asking something related to this. So I will be trying to answer that in the most lucid manner that I can, so that the answer is easily obtained. So let's talk about the Realme Narzo 10 and the 10A. I'm your host Shlok, you're watching Tech Talks with Shlok, and let us begin. Talk about the Narzo 10 and the 10A. These are two new devices that was launched by Realme on 11th of May, which was around a week ago, 6 days ago. And this was basically launched, and it is part of the new Realme Narzo series. So Realme has had kind of like 3-4 series. They have the X series, the number series, they have the number Pro series that I'll include in the number series. Then there's the U series and the C series. Let me check, is there something else remaining? U, C, yeah. And this is the new series, which is Realme Narzo, and this series is meant for the millennials as stated by Realme. So what are the two new offerings from Realme? They are the Realme Narzo 10 as well as the 10A. Both are basically rebranded devices. So let me get this out straight out there. First of all, I'm not a Realme fanboy, or am I some other brand's fanboy, so just get that out of your head, because I've seen nowadays something is happening. It hasn't happened to me yet, but still I specify this every time I speak about a device, that I'm not a fanboy, because some people criticize you of being a fanboy if you try to compliment a device and demote another device. But that is the truth. We have to face some criticism, but that I wanted to notify that I'm just trying to tell you the truth. If you don't believe me, then I can't do anything about that, but this is what I think about this device. This is my thoughts, not the whole community's thoughts. So this is what I'm going to try to tell you guys about. So first of all, the Realme Narzo 10A is basically a rebranded version of the Realme C3. So the Realme C3 has already been launched in India and is available for around 7500 rupees for the 3 gig 32 gig variant. Oddly, they've increased the price to 8,000 rupees now. I was checking yesterday because I was planning to buy the C3. Just kidding, guys, not planning to buy the C3, but I was just checking it out, that what the pricing of the C3 would be, and it's around 8,000 rupees now. So it's been increased, while I think 3-4 days ago it was 7,500. Maybe it's because of the GST rate, but I'm not sure, because as far as I remember, the 7,500 rupee asking price was because of the GST rate. Earlier I think it was around 7,000 rupees for the 3 gig 32 gig variant. What is different, I will be specifying. I will not be going through the whole spec list of the Realme C3 again. For that you can watch my previous video. I think I've made a video on the C3. If not, I'll make an in-depth video of the C3. But the major differences are a design. So here you can see in the image of the design of the C3, that's what I confuses most, the Realme Narzo 10A, which is that there is a huge Realme branding on the side of the device that is placed horizontally. And this, you may not like it a lot, but this is certainly different from the usual Realme Narzo, usual Realme design, which is that same kind of boring plastic, if I may say so, design. This looks different. This is plastic, but this is like matte plastic, and the device feels good in the hand according to me. Then we talk about the added fingerprint sensor. So yes, there is a fingerprint sensor, while the C3 did not have any fingerprint sensor. And the last thing is the 2 megapixel macro sensor. So recently a very large YouTuber also in a specific review stated that who is asking, to quote him, who's asking for 2 megapixel macro sensors? Yes, that's my question also. Who's asking for 2 megapixel macro sensors? If you want to give a macro sensor, give a 5 megapixel macro sensor like Xiaomi did with the Redmi Note 9 Pro. That is still good, because the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9 Pro's macro sensor is leaps and bounds beyond the Realme 6's 2 megapixel macro sensor. So yes, macro sensor if you want to provide. I'm not against macro sensors, because macro photography is another kind of means niche, and you can take pictures, and then macro photography according to me looks quite different, because that is something uncommon. You don't see that kind of thing. But I would like to say that if you are doing a macro sensor, do it properly. Don't just add a 2 megapixel sensor just to show that you have quad cameras. That does not make sense. And all this difference, these three major differences, are coming for a different price of 1,000 rupees extra. I would suggest this is not a very poor buy, because like if you wanted to purchase the C3 but want a fingerprint sensor and a better design in my opinion, then you could go with the Realme Narzo 10A. So okay, like not thumbs up, but like this, not great, but 50-50. I don't like it, I don't hate it, so that's neutral. And one last thing I wanted to tell you guys about the 10A, which is that the 10A is basically the exact same variant of the Realme C3 Indonesian version. So this happened with Realme also in the last series, which was the Realme C2 that was launched in Indonesia with a few different features. And again this has happened with the Realme C3, that the C3 in Indonesia was launched with an extra camera and a fingerprint sensor. So this is basically the C3 Indonesian version. Now go with the Narzo 10, which has disappointed me the most. So you may see some people saying it's an amazing value for money proposition. No, it isn't. Yes, I understand the GST rates have placed a good amount of pressure on brands to provide devices, but also take the cost. So most devices have increased from around 1000 to 1500 rupees in their price due to this hike from 12 to 18% GST. I've already made a video on this kind of thing, so I will be linking it in the banner over here. You can check it out. But what I think about the Narzo 10 is that, let me just give a brief rundown of the specs. The Narzo 10 has a 6.5 inch HD plus, that is something that strikes me always. HD plus display paired with a Helio G80 processor, which is the first Helio G80 processor in India. That is paired with a 48 megapixel primary sensor, that is with a 8 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, 2 megapixel depth sensor and 2 megapixel macro sensor. As far as I remember, they've named the depth sensor as portrait sensor. Yeah, as far as I remember, it's a portrait sensor according to Realme. And not bad cameras, I would say, for this price. Okay, the cameras are quite similar to other devices, but the thing I don't like is that they are advertising this device to be a millennial based device. So what do millennials look for? Millennials, sorry, what do they look for? They look for amazing pricing, they look for good features, they look for an all-rounder package. This simply isn't an all-rounder package. Now what doesn't make sense over here is that the Realme Narzo 10 is priced at 12,000 rupees for the 4GB to 128GB variant, and that is cutting it too close to the Realme 6, which is available at 14,000 rupees Indian, 14,000 INR. And what I wanted to notify you guys about is that, okay, the Narzo 10 may appeal to a few people because the design, some people are liking it. It's that green tea and white milk variant. Here you can see the images. But what I don't like about this device is the fact that this costs 12,000 rupees, whereas the Realme 6, which is a much better device due to a few factors including 64 megapixel primary sensor, FHD plus resolution display, a 90 Hz refresh rate, a G90T gaming chipset, a better design for some, because some don't like this kind of weird line kind of design on the Realme Narzo 10, and it's basically a better value for money proposition because the Realme 6 provides that 90 Hz display that no other device under 15K can provide, and the next high refresh rate device is the Poco X2. So it just makes sense to purchase the Realme 6 over the Narzo 10. So that almost concludes what I wanted to notify you guys about. And last thing is that the Narzo 10 is the rebranded variant of the Realme 6i. The Realme 6i was the budget variant of the Realme 6 with a few differences. And one thing I liked about the Narzo 10 is that they've kept the USB Type-C port. At least they didn't go back to micro USB, because I was worried that they'll go back to micro USB, but at least they provided the Type-C port. So I'll go with the last thing, which is a question that one of my friends asked me. So the question over here is from the screenshot you can check over here. It's on Twitter. It's from Akshay. So Akshay has asked that do you think that brands will be able to provide I'm not sure if I'm reading the question correct because I don't have the phone with me now as I'm shooting with it, but what he's asked is do you think that the brands will be able to provide good value for money propositions after this increase? So yes, I don't think so, Akshay, because see, brands have entered, like Realme is a very budget competitive brand. I'll take the Realme example now. So what they thrive upon is the fact that they are selling the fact that we are a brand which can provide you the best all-rounder specs at a good price. So for that good price, they have to make some negative things. But now what has happened is that they've raised the bar so high with the Realme 6, because See, September is coming around. The Realme 7 is most probably going to launch in September because that is the schedule from Realme. And the thing is that if they reduce the price now, it won't make sense because obviously price cuts means a value proposition will increase, but there will be a lack of certain features. And if they do that, they will ultimately kill themselves because if Realme 6 is a great device and Realme 7 is a bad device, I would suggest that just go with the previous one, boycott this new one. That's what makes sense. So now the thing is that with the increase from GST to 12 to 18%, I would suggest that most brands will be going for the higher price. We saw with the Mi 10, the Mi 10 came at 50k while it was supposed to come at 42,000 rupees. Narzo 10 had great expectations but launched at around what is it, 12,000, but it was supposed to be around 1110. Means that was the speculative price. Also the Poco F2 Pro, I'm not judging because it is yet to come, but it's around 40k, right? Yeah, I think it's around 40,000 rupees, and that's not a bad device. That makes sense. But maybe they'll be able to reduce the price a bit for the Indian variant, but still it won't be a major difference. Like you can't expect that 20k pricing because obviously this is not a 20k device, but it won't be that cheap also because the GST thing is a bit of a problem. We've seen devices that were great value for money propositions like last year's flagships, like the Redmi Note 8 Pro was around 14,500 rupees as far as I remember, but now it's retailing for 16,000 rupees due to the price hike due to this GST increase. Same has happened with Redmi Note 8. It's gone up to 10,500 or 11,000 rupees, and it was a great device under 10k, but this increase in pricing has obviously caused a few problems, and I don't think that brands will be able to provide that kind of all-rounder performance with those amazing features at that price. There is a chance that they can get the devices at 10k, but that could result in two different things, or a competitive pricing that could result in a lack of a few features that means regular people or non-techie people won't be realizing, but we as the tech nerds will be means feeling and understanding. Or there could be another thing that they will subsequently reduce the storage. So storage costs money, so there could be a chance that nowadays we were seeing that at the 10k segment we've gone up to 464 gig variants for the base variants, but it could be now that if they were to provide that kind of value at 10,000-11,000 rupees, I think, I'm not sure because this is my speculation, but I think then they'd have to go back to the 3 gig 32 gig variant or 3 gig 64 gig variant because they simply can't give you everything for that price, because they also need to earn money. And I'm not against this. Yes, brands are providing us with great innovation, they are doing great things, they are launching new products, but yes, they also have to keep a certain part of the amount for themselves for profit to make sure that they can provide the same thing for the next device. So to answer your question, sorry to be going on for so long, but I don't think, I don't think that most brands will be able to means give us the best amount of quality and that all-rounder feeling in at least the budget segment, because the budget segment, even a 500 rupee difference makes a huge impact. So that's all for today's video, guys. Hope you like this video. That's all.